So hey guys, Brownie from Manhattan, New York. So I just decided to give you guys a Bella editorial. So they're coming out to fix my sofa today, and it's Monday, and I'm so psyched. I'm trying to figure out if I have school today. If I do, I'm gonna rush a bunch of homework to get to my teacher today. God has really been using me this past 2 years. He's put me in situations where I necessarily don't feel comfortable, but yet He made me feel comfortable in the midst of the situations. He just sent people my way to reassure me and to calm me. So I definitely feel blessed going into my 2016. Can't wait to have my sofa fixed. Little minor issues like a sink in the couch. I don't think that's the greatest thing. I think the most shocking thing was when it really arrived in two pieces. Like I needed it to be taken apart, but I didn't expect to be able to see the inside of the sofa. Like I thought like there was a certain part of the couch, like my other sofa, there's like parts where it actually gets taken apart. But with this couch, they actually had to customly cut it to take it apart. So that was so shocking for me. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? And it was so shocking for me. It's like, I know it's possible, but you have to really be skilled, to know where to cut the couch and the couch to be okay. So I don't think. Necessarily when you take a couch apart, there's just certain part that detaches. So detaches from the way it was naturally built. So the guy basically came and he fixed the parts that he detached. But of course, when you detach it, being that it was separate, there's still a piece that needs to be like screwed in really well. So I guess he's coming with the brackets to screw this piece in because that's basically what it is. It's not like anything that's unfixable. So I don't think I'm not a professional. I don't know. I really hope I don't need an actual new sofa, but I'm not gonna be melodramatic because at the end of the day, I do work like this. So I know it's something that he can just screw up and fix. However, if you do live in my apartment building and you watch my vlogs, I wouldn't advise that you get your sofa. I mean, it's the same thing. If you get it taken apart and they put it together, the way I feel like if you get it taken apart and you get it put back together, and everything is screwed in the right places, which is the same thing my mom had to do when she first bought her house, because for the sofa to come up the stairs and then come to find out that she never had to do that. The guys just had to like turn the sofa, and they were too lazy to do that. So what happened was they took the sofa apart, and then it was given her problems as well because the sofa just kept breaking in different places when you have to get the sofa taken apart. Um, Again, as I told you guys, this is kind of like a splurge item, 1100. So it's not like a purse or something like that. I'm thinking to buy some ottomans still, even though I have to be paying on this. I'm thinking to buy some ottomans just to like add to the black contrast of my living room. If you guys can see, my mirror is black, my sofa is black, my TV is black. So I bought that case and I put it up there, shelf, and I installed it myself. I installed my TV on the wall myself. My lamp is green to add some contrast to my living room, simply because I really, really love that gold, and that green just spoke out to me at the time. I was working off the books, and my boss was like really ratchet to me. Like I'm thanking God for every opportunity that I received, but I've had like a bunch of bosses that's like been really ratchet to me and treated me really awfully. And his thing was like, well, if you had more experience, I wouldn't have to employ you, wouldn't have to work here, if you were all that, and I've experienced that in so many other workplaces that it's not even funny. So that's my testimony, and I can't wait till God brings me to where He wants me to be, because this struggle and getting there, or even going to school, like, oh, if you're all that, why you sit in my class, and the bad treatment that I have received, Again, like I said, being in an uncomfortable place, but yet God makes me feel comfortable in an uncomfortable place. Like He'll bring people to me when I feel like crying, like I feel like sitting there and just crying and breaking down because I'm like, God, why would people do this to somebody? They know that you see, they know that you're not somebody that is you're I feel like people say that I'm sensitive, but it's not sensitive. I just feel like there are certain things people should do and certain things people should not do. Like last night, I was up at a bad time. Like I was up at 3 o'clock, and lately a lot of people I know have been pregnant, and it's just like really, really upsetting to me because if you're pregnant, you should stay in your own space, so to say. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just go to somebody else's house. Oh, I'm hungry at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's your prerogative, and I'm like, I don't want to be going off about that. Like, I don't want to draw attention to that. Like, the way how I am, I'm like, I'm not going to draw attention to something like that, especially if it makes me so mad. Like, literally, the hairs on my arms are standing up, and then I can't even talk about it. Like, I just leave it alone, and somebody's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? And I just don't talk about it. Just like, you know what? God is so good. He's so good. Like, I had an ulcer before for like holding things in and just people upsetting me. So I don't want to get the ulcer again because it was really, really bad. And it was cured and it came back again because of me being so upset of things that people do that I don't think is just like nice things to do. I just think that people should respect one another, whether or not they like each other. They should still respect one another, and there should just be a boundary, like a clear boundary line that should not be crossed at any point in time. So lately, I feel like that boundary line has been crossed a lot of times, especially, and I'm just like, I'm just a woman. God lead me because I'm just a woman, and there's a lot of things that I can't even walk without you. So I need you to lead me in my daily life so that I don't have a fit. Like, we women are famous for this. Like, me getting on talking about what pissed me off, that's a fit. And I actually learned about it from listening to like my boyfriend. Like, he just used to be like, you're always having a fit. And so I now tell people, well, before I started dating, I tell people like, okay, I had a whole manual about myself. I was like, I occasionally have fits where I just rant and rave on what's going on. And my cousins always try to tell me like, if somebody does do something like that to you, it's not good for you to express it and talk about it right then and there, because 9 times out of 10 they're still there and they don't care. So it's like making them feel better to talk about it. So I had to learn that a lot when I was pregnant. As I told you guys, I was 15 pregnant and I lived in a maternity home, so I got a lot of like counseling from like older folks, so to say, on how my reaction should be, on how I feel my reaction should be. Like, I might feel like jumping up and scratching that, gouging that person's eyes out in my mind, because of course I don't fight. But at the same time, the reality of things is I should be like, well, when they walk up to you and they know they did something wrong to you, you should say, well, if they say hi, you should say hi. Don't hold any conversations to say hi, And that I'm so glad that I was taught that, because it's made me a lot better. Like, before, nobody wanted to deal with me because they were like, I'm too emotional and I'm young. That's why I'm so emotional. But it's just that it hurts your feelings when people do certain stuff to you. But yeah, guys, this is Brownie from Manhattan, New York. Thumbs up this video, share it, like it, leave your video request in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with me and my life. Muah! Be blessed as I do same. Ooh, the cat napper turned around.